The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock, and the rains came a-tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the house on the rock stood firm. Hello, this is Deborah Nakamura, and you're watching another session where I am driving. Recently, I remembered this Sunday school song, one that I had learned as a child, and I thought, whoa, that has a deeper meaning for this age, doesn't it? There's two people involved in this little song. One is a foolish man, and one is a wise man. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rains came a-tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the house on the sand went splat. Now, the wise man builds his house on a rock. If you're a builder, you know that that's a wiser choice than building your life on a sand or building your building on a sand, because sands shift. Sands change with the weather or the amount of flooding or water content. Sands change. They are shifty. They're given to change. But in the case of a rock, rocks rarely change. I guess they could have some shifting if they're broken in some way, but they're more apt to be solid and strong than sands are. And I thought about how people build their lives. Some people are having a lot of trouble today. I think I would go back to your foundation. I think that may be a way to have a key into how to build your life. Now, I was thinking of what people often use as their building materials for building their life. Some people are concentrating on their career. That's not a bad thing, but is that your foundation stone? Is that the cornerstone of your life, your career? I find that careers change over time, or you change over time. What you thought you liked, you might not like anymore as a career. And other people build their life on making money. Yay, yay, yay. We all need it. We all need it to live. But if that's your foundation stone, I'm thinking you're going to be surprised. One of the Bible verses says that money has wings and it flies. That means it comes in and it comes out. So if you have any experience in that, I do, you might want to consider not using the pursuit of riches as your main goal, your foundation stone for the building of your life. Because if you do, when you lose it, you may lose it. It may be a shock to you, and you may not be able to survive. And I want you to survive. I think that wisdom tells us to build on something stronger than money that comes and goes. Another thing that people tend to build on is their looks. Well, I'm old enough to tell you that doesn't last. You can look nice and firm and wrinkle-free, gray hair-free, no lack of lean and mean in your body makeup. You can have lots of muscles that are well built, but give it time, baby. You will see that you have to put a lot of extra effort into maintaining that kind of a body as you age, because age takes over. It's a fact of life. So if you build your life on the looks that you have now, you may have to readjust when you get to be my age or older, because you find that it's just not the same as it was. Your body's not the same. It doesn't react the same. Well, look at baseball players or any other team sportsmen. They tend to retire at a certain age because their body doesn't function the same way. And even Olympians, there's a narrow window of time when Olympic competitors can continue in the game. So you better think of something that's not quite changing so rapidly to build your life on. Doesn't mean you can't do these things, but it does mean that what you build your life on better be something more eternal, I would say, or long lasting, if you want to say that. And another thing people build their life on is family. As a mother and a grandmother, I count my family as one of my treasures. I wish I could see them all and I could spend a long time with each one of them. The fact that they've grown up and they have their own interests now, and they may live far away, and you can't build only your life on your family. You can still hold them dear to your heart. But if that is the thing that is your cornerstone, your foundational stone for the life that you build, you're going to be in shock. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be sad. So I suggest something more secure, something more long lasting, something stronger to build your life on. Now you can all guess that I'm moving towards something, right? Yes. I believe that the greatest way to build a strong life is through Christ. And the reason is because through his teachings and the teachings of the Bible, you can gain wisdom for your life. You can gain wisdom for finances. You can gain wisdom for health and beauty. You can gain wisdom in how to treat yourself and how to treat others. You can get a different perspective, like an eternal perspective, not in the moment where things are changing rapidly. Just look at our world in the short span of 3 years, how many changes we've had to go through because of COVID-19. Think about it. And if you built your life on some of the things that COVID-19 destroyed, then you're in a pickle. You are not able to have joy, perhaps. Maybe you're not able to have peace, perhaps. Maybe you're not able to think about any future, perhaps. I don't know. But I do know that having your life built on a strong foundation that doesn't change. Jesus said in his word that he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's unchangeability. Is that a word? I don't know. But you will find that we all need something to lean on. And lots of people would argue, well, I don't need a crutch. I trust in science. I trust in everything. Well, even science is changing. You should look it up. Science and devices and technology, every day is different. Look at your phone. You have to keep on getting another phone because the next version is bigger and better, and it's changing. Some of the features that you had on your software programs are obsolete very quickly. Well, that's where Christ comes in. He will give you that sense of security and stability that every human being requires. Remember when you were a little baby and you felt so secure? If you had good parents and you have a good memories of your childhood, then you probably remember how it felt in your mom's arms or in your dad's arms and how secure you felt. Well, that's the same way. If you have the good image, if you had a bad situation in your home, then that's not the example I want to use. But I want to use the good example where you can find security, you can find peace, and you can find stability, and that's what we need. I'd like to invite you to let your cornerstone, your foundation of your life, be Christ today. You won't be sorry. I have never been sorry. And I find all the things that are important to you, you can accomplish them and more if Christ is your foundational stone, if he is your cornerstone, if he is the one on which you build your life. If you knew him before, come back. And if you've never known him, try him. You'll like him. And I'm not talking about religion. There's lots of religions in the world, and there's lots of teachers in the world that tell you this is the best way and that is the best way. Well, I'm not being a teacher here. I'm just speaking from my own experience that when you put Christ as your foundation of your life upon which you build upon the precepts and the teachings of Christ, then you will be stable. It will give you stability like all the other things cannot. And then upon that building block, you can build all the other things. Your foundation is very important. And how you build your life is very important. But you'll get tools to build your life. Great tools. And you'll get things that opportunities and open doors, and you'll get blessings. There's a lot of perks that come with giving your life to Christ. Lots of perks, lots of perks. You'll want them, I know. But you first have to give up. Give up your own thinking. Give up your own ways of doing things and ask for help. Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. There's a mess here. Can you help me fix it? I have a mess. A mess. I need your help. I know you're strong. I know you're a good foundation and you're a loving Father. And I ask for your help today. Try that simple prayer. You'll find a very big difference in your life. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ. Build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ, and the blessings will come down. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. So build your life on the Lord. Hey! Be wise. Thank you for joining me today.